What's going on, you guys? The Dip Consultant is back at it again. If you got a dip, pack a lip. If you don't, I got one for you. I'm dipping on Grizzly Lone Cut Wintergreen. I just did a video reacting to somebody unboxing a Garrett's gold panning kit. And I told you guys I would show you kind of how to season your gold pans. Now, I'm not going to do it because I've already seasoned my pans behind me, but I'll explain how and why it's important and how to season the plastic, and maybe if we got time, how to season your metal pan if you got a metal one. So let's go. Alright, as always, I'm gonna grab this baby, my 15-inch, because Big Mama right here, she's my favorite pan, and I always like to use her. So, when you're gonna season your gold pan, what you're gonna do is, like I said in the last video, you'll take Dawn dish soap, that's the one you need, and a green and yellow sponge, and then you'll just scrub it like this, and you'll have to scrub in here and up here too, and all over around, and you'll have to probably do that like 4 or 5 times. Now, like I said in my last video, when these pans are created, they have oil in them that helps from the pans having to end up sticking together, so you'll have to get rid of it, because otherwise, if you don't, your gold may end up just whoop, washing out. Now, I did say that gold is heavier than water, but in this case, the oil that is used in the manufacturing for these kind of gold pans, or any of your plastic pans, including your metal, will pick up that gold that is potentially in there and wash it out. So once you do that, then you'll take your pan, you'll rinse it out with water, clean water, right? And then you'll take like dirt, and then you'll do the same thing. You'll kind of just scrub it like this in between here on both of your riffles, or all of your riffles, and all around. Now, if you look very closely, kinda barely, you can kinda see some of the scratches in there. That's because this gold pan is seasoned. This gold pan has been seasoned already. It doesn't need to be re-seasoned. She's good to go. Now, once you do that, you're going to be good to go. And that's how you do it. And that's for any size plastic gold pan, right? Now, for your metal pan, it's different. With your metal gold pans, you're going to have to what's called burn them. Now, back in the 1800s, about the 49er days, they would take metal gold pans like this, and they would put them on top of their campfire, and they would burn the bottom, flip it over, burn the top. Now, you probably, if you really, really wanted to, you could put this in your oven, or figure out how many degrees you want to do that for online, and burn the whole thing. Or if you got like a propane blowtorch, that's not one of the smaller ones, but one of the bigger ones, you could do that too. Or if you want to go camping and you got a campfire and you're not ready to go out and pan yet, just throw it on the fire. Make sure you got like a pair of pliers and welding gloves. For sure need welding gloves for this one. And then flip it over and burn the other side. You can kind of see a little bit here how the bottom here burns a little. So that's how you do it. Now, the reason for burning the metal one is the exact same reason as if you were to season the plastic ones. The plastic ones have to be seasoned, but you don't have to burn them, because otherwise you're going to have burning plastic, and then you're going to be out a couple dollars. But don't burn the plastic ones, only the metal. You only get them to a certain temperature with the metal pans. The metal pans, you want them to either be black or blue. They're going to end up turning black, which is good. That's a sign that all of that oil is burnt off, and you're good. Now, he had a classifier, and I got one too. And you all are probably going to ask me, well, do you have to season your classifier too? Now, what I did was I seasoned my classifier the same way that I seasoned my gold pans, right? I just did the Dawn dish soap, the sponge, and some dirt. And that's how you season them. Now, some of you might wonder, well, why do you... Oh, there might be something sparkly on here. I just saw. Nope. Oh, there is. A little. Oh, I'll have to figure out how to get that dirt, huh? Now, the reason why I would season a classifier, especially these ones like this, are because of the same reason for seasoning the plastic gold pans. They're going to have oil on them. They're going to have that type of reaction to gold, where it might want to grab it and take it out. So you don't want that. You're going to want to make sure that is not a possibility or a probability that it will occur. To prevent that, you should. Now, there is the sluice box that I have behind me that y'all can definitely see right up behind me here, my sluice box. So, my plastic sluice box here, we'll talk about that later and how I did that, because short of time. But if you got like a plastic sluice box like that, you might want to season it a little bit because of the same reason of the gold pans. And you pretty much do the sluice box, the plastic sluice box like that, the same way that you would do the gold pans. And that's how you get it done. So it's pretty easy, fairly simple. It's a process, and a lot of people will get really excited. They'll have the new pans and be like, oh goody, I can go pan, and they'll just get that gold fever and start shaking out of control. But they forget that there's that one key problem that you're going to have, which is that oil. So make sure every time, if you get whether a metal gold pan, a plastic gold pan, even a plastic sluice, or a plastic classifier, you 100% season that thing. And you won't have any problems. Now, do you have to season your plastic pans after you've already seasoned them? No. Like I said, my pans are already seasoned. They've already been used. Quite a lot of them have already gone through use. The 14, the 15, and the 10.5 have all been used and all been seasoned. They're good to go. Now, what about this metal gold pan? Do you have to only season it one time? No. You have to season it every time. So that's the difference between the metal and plastic pans is that with the metal pans, you gotta season them every time. With the plastics, you don't gotta season them every time. It's only one time and they're good. The metal pan, every time before you use it, you gotta season it. That's just how it goes. I'll explain in a video why you kind of have to go through that process with the metal pan. But for right now, you're gonna have to do it with the metal pan every time because of the rust and other stuff that the pan is exposed to. And the metal pan is completely different than the plastic pans. The metal pans, you will have to do it. And you have to be mindful that you should be careful using metal gold pans. If you're not really good with using gold pans or know how to pan, get a plastic gold pan out there, because the plastic pans will teach you better how to perfect your technique, and you're less likely to lose gold that way. You're more likely to lose gold with a metal pan if you are very inexperienced gold panning and you're not aware of what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. You're going to end up having a bad day, and you're going to lose a shit ton of money that you could end up putting in your pocket. So that's that. So anyway, we're going to go off to, I guess, another episode of talking about stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like, share, comment, and subscribe button, please, if you want to. And just go out there, find gold, be safe, and we'll talk later. See you guys.